everyone, welcome to your practice today. I hope you're doing well, you're feeling well, energized, refreshed. So yes, let's get started. Always listening to your body, working with anything that's going on, underlying, recent, and just go with how your body feels today. So we often have this pre-expectation of how we want to be, how we want to move, but it's really important to allow the body to turn out, present itself as it is, and honour how you're feeling. So sometimes we feel more energetic than other days, and sometimes we feel a little bit more lethargic and have less energy, and that's fine. We can't be energetic all the time. So let's come to our backs today. So legs long, coming all the way down, palms facing up towards the ceiling, and soften the legs. Bring the legs a little bit wider than hip width distance. Completely let the legs go. And then with the knees, if it's more comfortable for the lower back, you can bend the knees, bring the feet max width distance apart, and allow the knees to draw in. This just gives a little bit more space through the lower back. So just listen to what you need today. Close the eyes, and then just allow the body to be. So scan the body of any areas of tension, stickiness, stagnation, and use the breath to flow into those areas. So the inhale creates a space, that energizing breath for the body. Exhale, release, cleanse the body, release tension, physical, mental, emotional, become heavier with every exhale. The inhale, almost feel the body expand as we take the fresh oxygen in, nurturing, nourishing ourselves. The exhale releases everything, good. And then just stay here, connecting to the breath, breathing into any areas that you might feel a little bit stuck or sticky. Softening the jaw, slightly part the teeth. Maybe take the jaw side to side. That can be a really nice release. Good. And then come to stillness. Good. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a big hug. Slowly blink the eyes open. Maybe take a little rock and roll side to side on the lower back. And then pause. Take the forehead up to the knees. Squeeze yourself into the smallest ball you can possibly create. Good. And then release. Down. Take a knee in each hand and begin to take the knees in opposite directions. So we're rotating through the hip joint. One knee goes clockwise, the other goes anti-clockwise. And just notice where you're feeling any tension, maybe restriction in the movement. And then reverse. Try to take the legs through the whole, the hips through the whole range of movement. So flexion, abduction, external rotation, internal rotation, and adduction. Good. And then slowly come to stillness. Go post the arms or bring the arms up ahead or out to the side. Shift the hips slightly to the left and allow the knees over to the right, coming into our twist. So either gaze up to the ceiling or out to the left, whichever is most comfortable for you. You can also take the right hand to the left leg. This can be quite nice and act as a little bit of a weight or a lever, but just making sure that we're soft through the hips, the inner thighs, the knees, the left shoulder softens. Good, 2 more breaths here, find that rotation through the spine. Good. Squeeze the tummy as we bring the legs back to center. Release the feet down for a moment. Just neutralize yourself in the middle of the mat. So good. And then knees come over the hips. Shift the hips to the right and allow the legs over to the left. Good. Gazing either up to the ceiling or out to the right. Whichever's most comfortable for you. Close the eyes if that feels good. And just notice how this side feels to the other. So do you feel more open? Do you feel more restriction? Good. 2 more breaths. Soften the hips, can you create more space? Good. Squeeze the tummy, bring the legs back to center, release the feet down and just pause with the legs, the hips in the middle. Good. Okay, so from here, we're going to hug the right knee in, squeeze the tummy. If you feel any restriction through the hip joint itself, you can bring the right thigh slightly outside the rib cage. This just gives you a bit more space. Good. Lengthen the left leg along the mat, but keep it hovered, so we don't want the leg to come down. Squeeze the tummy. Good. And then we're going to change really slowly. So keep pressing the lower back down. Hug the tummy in towards the spine. Good. Keep alternating. Good. That's it. Last time to the left. Good. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Take the hands to the behind the knees, and we're going to rock and roll up and down the spine. It can be quite nice to come more towards one side and then the other. So we massage the ropey muscles either side of the spine that can often get tight. Coming all the way up. Good. And then come to a cross-legged position. Okay, so bring the right fingertips down. Inhale, left arm sweeps up. Exhale, side bend to the right. So keep the left sit bone rooted down. Draw the left shoulder back slightly. Good. Inhale, center. Left hand comes down. Reach the right arm up. Exhale. Good. Filling that space as we open everything through the right side of the body. Good. Come up to center. Good. And then bring the soles of the feet together. Interlace the hands around the feet. Draw the heels towards the sit bones as we inhale, find length. Exhale, hinge forwards. Use the elbows inside the shins to gently encourage the knees, the legs to open a little bit deeper. But stay nice and long through the spine. So try to avoid collapsing down. Nice and long. Chest draws through, shoulders are soft. Good. Squeeze the glutes here. Squeeze the inner thighs. That's it. Good. And then slowly come all the way up. Bring the hands outside the knees, draw the knees to center and slowly roll to one side as we come to our tabletop position. So spread the fingers nice and wide, keep the wrists underneath the shoulders, underneath the elbows and the knees underneath the hips. So coming to our cat-cow, get the spine nice and moving. Inhale, tilt the pelvis, belly draws through, chest draws through. Good, gazing forwards. Exhale, squeeze everything in. Draw the chin in towards the chest, really squeeze the tummy towards the spine. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale. Exhale. Good, and then come to some nice big hip circles. One way. And then the other, just make sure that we're nice and balanced with whatever movement we do. Good, and then come to stillness. So from here, we're going to tuck the toes under, come to our first downward facing dog. So send the hips nice and high. Give the feet a little pedal. Good. Draw the shoulders towards the hips rather than towards the ears, which they'll naturally do. Good. Think about the head, the neck being soft, so maybe with the head yes and no a few times. Good. Get those feet nice and mobile. Maybe releasing some clicks and pops. Good. And then come to stillness. Inhale, take a deep breath in, lift the heels up. Exhale, release the heels down. Good again. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale, ripple forwards to high plank. Pause here. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the inner thighs. Just checking that we are nice and long. Slight tuck of the tailbone. Good. Release the knees down, untuck the toes. Exhale, elbows in, come all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra. So press the tops of the feet down, press the pubic down, press the pubic bone down and squeeze the glutes. Good. Maybe lift the hands. Exhale to release. Inhale, come onto the knees. Tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Let's go again. Inhale to ripple forwards. Articulate the spine. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze the tummy, nice and strong. Option to lower all the way down or come down to your knees. Elbows in wherever you are. Lower with control. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze the tummy, fronts of the thighs lift. Untuck the toes. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release down. Inhale, come back onto the knees. Tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. One more time. Inhale. Pause here. Exhale. Inhale. Maybe come a little bit higher this time, but just make sure that the shoulders draw back. We're active through the lower body, so really squeeze that pencil between your butt cheeks. Press the tops of the feet down, press the pubic bone down. We're nice and active. Exhale to release down. Inhale, coming onto our knees. Tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Squeeze the right glute. Float the right leg up as high as you can with your glute strength only. Don't let it come into the lower back. Good. Exhale, right knee draws in towards the leg. Squeeze the tummy. Inhale, use that core control to lift the leg up. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Good. And inhale, back up. Right knee, left elbow. And lift it back up. Right knee, nose. And lift it back up. Good. Right knee, nose. Pause, flex the right foot. Step the right foot through to the top of the mat. Good. Pause in your runner's lunge. Inhale and exhale. Squeeze the hips. So imagine you're drawing the inner thighs together. Squeeze the glutes. Press the right foot down. Right knee is over the right ankle. Find that length. So it's very common here to collapse the hips. Stay active. Good. Ground the left hand. As we inhale, reach the right arm up. Find that rotation. Good. Avoid collapsing the torso down. Inhale. And exhale. Exhale, release. Good. Pivot to the side of the mat. Big toes out, heels in. Coming into our snake squat. So just not going too deep here. Just finding a little bit of movement through the inner thighs. Good. Press the feet down. Squeeze the glutes. That's it. Good. Next time we come to the left, pivot to the left. Step back to plank. Come through your vinyasa. Either lower down with the knees down or your full plank all the way to your tummy, or come through your chaturanga. Half down, flip the toes. Inhale, downward flip, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. Left leg sweeps into the air. Squeeze the glute. Exhale, left knee nose. Inhale. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale. Exhale, left knee nose. Inhale. Exhale, left knee nose. Flex the foot. Get those shoulders over the wrist. Lightly step the left foot through. Good. Ground the left foot, knee over the ankle. Squeeze the glutes. Good. Squeeze the tummy. Ground the right hand as we lift the left arm up. Find that rotation. Squeeze the inner thighs. Squeeze the tummy. Good. Exhale to release down. Good. We're going to pivot to the lengthways of our mat. Big toes in, heels out. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Pivot to the front of the mat. Right foot in front. Step back plank. Come through your vinyasa. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. And then bring the knees down, that's with distance. Big toes come to touch. And instead of sitting the hips back, all the way down to the heels, come down to your forearms and just bring some gentle movements forwards and back. Okay, so try not to collapse through the shoulders. Keep the tummy drawing in so we're not hyperextending through that lower back. Good, we're just bringing some movement forwards and back through the hips. Good. And then bring the hips all the way back, send the hips down. Good, bring the arms out in front of you, soften the forehead down. Maybe bring a little bit of movement over the forehead, reach the arms forward, soften the chest, soften the shoulders. Good. And then inhale, walk the hands in towards you. And then bring the knees together, come down to one side. Good, and then we're going to come down to our backs. So coming through a roll down, arms reach forwards, tuck the chin in, squeeze the tummy. So imagine you've got that string drawing your tummy towards your spine. Don't let it go as we place each part of the spine down. Keep squeezing in, especially the bit that gets a little bit challenging. Good. And release down. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Good. Bring the thighs outside the rib cage, coming into happy baby. So you can either stay holding onto the shins, the backs of the legs, you can reach for the feet. Good, whatever's up to you, but just bring as little tension through the head, hips and shoulders as possible. Keep the chest broad, so avoid the tailbone coming up. We want to draw the whole length of the spine down. You can either stay in stillness or come to moving happy baby. Just breathe in and around those hips. Good. Close the eyes. 5 more breaths. Last breath here. Good, gently release the legs, bring the knees in towards the chest, give yourself a little rock over the spine. Release the legs down and prepare for Shavasana. So arms come out the side, palms facing up. Just allow the belly to rise and fall as we inhale and exhale. Shoulders soften, teeth soften. Good. And then staying here for as long as you need. But when you do choose to come out, don't rush. Move gently, move mindfully. And thank you so much for joining, watching my YouTube channels. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully see you soon on the mat. Enjoy the rest of the day. Take care and see you soon. Namaste.